So, I would like to, Dr. Santiago is leaving. Thank you, Dr.
No,
Santiago.
sir. Sabi po, see you tomorrow po. Ingat po, ingat po.
Okay.
Tsaka si Dr. Ray daw po. Alis na rin po.
Dr.
Ray, alis na rin po. Reynold.
Ayun, ayun. Bye-bye. Nakakuha ka ng freebies doon? Doon, sa Unilab? Wala pa.
Papunta pa lang, doktora, papunta daw.
Papunta pa lang, paubos na. Go, go, go. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you tomorrow. So, I'm going to pitch in for our supposedly lecturer because the lecturer is on leave. Right? So, ang tawag sa leave niya daw, energized leave. Wow, meron pala ganun. Energized leave. Kaya di ko makontak. So, okay. So, since I am the model director, I should be always ready. Alright. So, the topic is health promotion, education, and behavioral change in the workplace. So, we have a workshop on the best practices. So, next slide. Pala, ako pala. Okay na ba? Oh, wala, ayaw. Hello. It worked already. Thank you. So for the learning objectives, at the end of the session, we must be able to understand the principles of health promotion and education. And also learn about healthy workplaces, and finally apply health promotion and education in a teaching presentation. So may workshop kayo after this. So let's start with the first objective. That is to understand the principles of health promotion and education. You will have handouts for this. But yung handouts nyo is in the, it's e-copy. Right? Kasi, mga pahabol to eh. So, what is health? Alam na natin yan. But that is the WHO Constitution 1948 defining health as a state of complete, yan, kita niyo na all aspects, physical, social, mental well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. And at the time, it was the Ottawa Declaration stating that individual group must be able to identify and realize aspirations to satisfy needs, to change or cope with the environment. So, health is therefore seen as a resource for everyday life, not the objective of living. So, health is a positive concept emphasizing both social and personal resources as well as physical capacities. But what is health education? We have always been talking about that. This is my strategy, health education. So health education will just be consisting of consciously constructed opportunities for learning. Ganda, no? Ang definition niya. For learning involving some form of communication. And what do you do to improve health literacy? That's the goal. Improving knowledge, life skills. It's a life skill when we teach our patients, which are conducive to individual and community health. But what is health literacy? Doc, nilagyan ko ng antibiotic yung sugat. Yeah, that's a very, very common, di ba? Hindi, penicillin. Hindi nga amoxicillin. Penicillin nilagay ko sa sugat. See? Health literacy. Doc, ano gagawin ko pag may sipon ako? Wow, health literacy. See? You can already at least discern the level of literacy of your workers. It is the degree to which people are able to access, understand, appraise, and communicate information to engage with the demands of different health contexts throughout their life course. Health promotion. Now, you can see it's a different term. Education is providing opportunities. Promotion is enabling. Kita niyo na yung exact definition. Enabling. So, enable the workers to increase control over their health. Kasi pag ikaw ang kinontrol ng sakit mo, di ba? What happens? And they will also progress in their illnesses. So, to improve their health. Now, when you still are driving here, okay, no, hindi pa kayo natututo mag-drive. Student driver. Sino may control sa inyo? Yung sasakyan, di ba? Feeling niya, di ba? Right? It's the same feeling when it's just as a student driver. But now, how many years have you been driving? More than 10 years. Kahit nagme-makeup ka pa. Ako sa traffic. Kaya na. Kumakain. Di ba? You can do all things kasi you are in control. Huwag lang mag-cellphone, bawal. Hulihin. Huhulihin ka ng traffic enforcer. Bawal o. Makita lang ikaw hinahawakan. uhulihin ka na. So, stay away. Just use a Bluetooth or whatever, or the car has a Bluetooth or loudspeaker, di ba? Or headset. So, yun, you enable control. Then, what is lifestyle that is conducive to health? So it's a way of living based on identifiable patterns of behavior which are determined by the interplay between an individual's personal characteristics and the other interactions in living conditions. So makikita nyo, conducive to health. But lifestyle of our workers nowadays the lifestyles have changed. Bakit? Ano bang trend? Vaping? Binge drinking? Ano ba? Ha? Ano yun? Okay. Binge eating na rin, no? Okay, in front of a video. So, parang content creator, whatever, nagdi-TikTok pa. So, iba na ang lifestyle nila. So, that's the lifestyle conducive to health. Dapat i-change natin, bring about change. So, what is population risk continuum? It's the health of all people in the community, or let's translate it, the health of all people in the workplace can be considered as a health continuum between optimal health and then death. So we want them to also experience a favorable mortality. Tama? Yung hindi yung puro sakit, hindi nala kaya namatay. Tama ba? So that is the continuum that we're looking at for the life's journey of our workers. What is prevention? It's a measure not only to prevent the occurrence of disease but also arrest its progress to avoid further complications of such. And what is primary health care? Remember universal health care? So that's essential care based on practical, scientifically sound, and socially acceptable methods and technology made universally accessible. Accessible to individuals and families. So kung ano, accessible to the workers. Just translate the definition. What is quality of life? At the age of 80 ba? May quality of life. Okay? It's like in really. Right? Sino ba ba? So, makikita natin quality of life, an individual's perception of their position in life, in the context of the culture and value system. So, they also live in relation to their goals, expectations, standards, and concerns. That's the individual's perception, the quality of life. So, baka ang quality of life niya iba. Okay? Yung nasa bar, you see, the different perceptions. But what is wellness? There are 8 dimensions, as you can see here. This is what I chose. Those 8 dimensions of wellness. You can see there's emotional, occupational is here. See? Ayaw mag-pointer. Okay. Occupational, kita niyo dito. Sa wheel. Intellectual, environmental, financial wellness, social wellness, physical, spiritual, and then emotional. So 8 dimensions of wellness according to this source that I picked. There are others, meron 12. Meron 12. Okay? So, what is the interrelationship between health education and promotion? Interrelated sila. The one is providing the resources, the other one is enabling. So, health promotion is concerned with improving health by seeking to influence. Hindi mo kailangan maging influencer sa social media o magti-TikTok ka na pagkatapos ng module 5. No, I'm not asking you to do that. Okay? But to influence your workers, the workers who are in that kind of status of health. And it's not limited to the physical environment. So there are several recognized definitions of health promotion which will embrace the tenets of health, community participation, and individual empowerment. Remember, somebody who has good mental well-being will be participating in activities. Diba? Oo. Kasi meron naman may diagnosis, pero meron pa rin siyang good mental well-being because controlled with diagnosis of mental health disorder but can still be functional at work, in the society, and participate. That's the interrelationship. Now, this has been a long time, but this is a good resource for the Ottawa Charter for Health Promotion. And this is the framework, building healthy public policy, creating supportive environments, strengthening community action, developing personal skills, and reorienting health services towards the trend. And an example for supportive environments. Ito laging reklamo ng mga workers. Ano yun? Ano pang sinaserve, doktora? Malalangis. Maalat sa kantin. Paano yan? O, tapos iinom ako ng iinom ng antihypertensive. O, so, paano? Kasi mahal daw eh, sabi ng nutritionist, mahal daw ang healthy food. Healthy choices. Di mas mahal talaga kasi gulay. Mas mahal ang gulay kaysa puro taba lang yun. So that's the concern of workers. It means that we are not providing a supportive environment. Disabled people, may ramp ba? O may hagdanan. O, hagdanan mo, and that's disabled, merong ano, pag may nagka-injury. So those ramps are important for the PWDs. So, looking at that, that's a creative or creating supportive environment, supporting what they need and what they should be doing to be productive. So, this is the model of health promotion wherein you have prevention, health education, and health protection. These are the three overlapping components. Ang ganda ilagay sa exam, ano? Dr. Ferdimark and Dr. Hanley. Explain each, wow. The interrelationship of each with each other. That's health education, prevention, and health protection. O, pinicturean nila, ang sinabi ko lang. Ang exam material, magandang exam material. Pinicturean. So, for WHO, it describes health education as not being limited to the dissemination of health-related information, but, according to WHO, fostering the motivation, skills, and confidence necessary to take action to improve health. Ayun, may action ka rin. Hindi lang nasa isip mo, yung perception mo. So, there is an example by O'Byrne who makes a distinction between the aspects of an individual's environment that are within one's control. Kaya importante meron kang control sa health mo and your situation. So, through health education, it provides the individuals and groups with the knowledge, values, and skills that encourage effective action for health. Ayan, balik tayo sa KAP. Knowledge, attitude, practices, knowledge, values, and skills. Similar. So doon talaga nagsisimula, you provide knowledge, then their attitude will change, or their values will change, and finally, they'll put it into action, or put it into practice. KAP, or KBS, as in this example. So another author, Tones, developed the following formula to illustrate O'Byron's distinction that health promotion is equal to health education times a healthy public policy. So, again, mamaya makikita nyo, may program na naman. So, lahat ng aspeto sa trabaho natin ay may programa. Aren't you glad? It's always about program planning. I can see your faces. All about program planning. That's true. Whether health promotion and education, nasa ng programa mo, your health promotion program. Right? And that is an extra mile that we can do. Kasi hindi lang yung required ng DOLE, uy, meron silang health promotion program. Is it effective? Health education program din, meron din. So you see, there's a policy and always there's a program accompanying the policy. That's the Tones formula. So here is just showing to you the relationship between major health concepts. So in this diagram, as you can see, there are determinants of health. Hindi ko ma-pointer. Okay. Determinants of health below. Then you have health promotion as it goes up. Then there are risk factors. Yun, ilang na. Risk factors and risk conditions resulting from this. Now, health education will also provide awareness to the individual capacity. It's capacity building. Then healthy public policies with environmental supports that are needed. So you have there consciousness raising, education, motivation, skill building. You have rules, regulations, social support incentives for environmental supports. And then health literacy is also affected by both, where you have health knowledge, beliefs, and practices, capacity and self-efficacy, community empowerment. And we have now a changed health behavior practices towards an improved health outcome and reduced inequities. Manong maganda example sa belief ng isang Pilipino? Pasma. Sige, ano yung pasma? O nag-exercise lang siya, o di galing sa trabaho, sa paniligo, at malamig, pasma, mapapasma. Is that true? No, because there is no scientific basis. It can be similar to some forms of pain, muscle swelling, iba yun. But this one, the belief Eh, tama ba yun? So we have to correct that. Tama ba? Do we have to correct that? Yes, kasi ayaw nilang maligo. Ano naman yun? You come from work and you have what? Contamination of clothing. Diba? PPE. Dapat nag-change sila. Merong change room in the factory. So that is one thing. That's a supportive environment, having a change room. Kasi kung walang change, paano mo ibihis? Sa construction ba meron? Dapat meron. Meron. Meron pa construction. Ha? Yung sa pinupuntahan mo, wala? Wala? So dapat lahat na change, especially with exposures to those kinds of contaminants. Madadala nila sa house, especially chemicals. So you can see there's a relationship between these major health concepts. Now, this has been in 2023, but one thing good for this is the theme, Health for All. Ayan, isipin natin, health for all the workers whom we are taking care of. Now, let's move on to the second objective, to learn about healthy workplaces. Now, I would like to stop in this moment to explain to you how will you really interrelate as a clinician. If you know your SOAP, your S stands for, yes, all the history. And that's what you're going to do. The history of the population you're handling, the company you're handling, the establishment. Everything is there. But when you come to, what's the next? Even observations, walkthrough. Nasa S. A, oo na susunod. O, objective. That's the walkthrough findings. You can put it there. And the health status. Para madali nyo maintindihan yung big picture. About the A, your assessment of the establishment you're working at. So ano bang programa, ano bang top, the hierarchy, ano. And P will be including the assessment of your plans, intervention, programs, policy that this company will need. So can you picture that from the SOAP that we're doing? So we just magnify that into the establishment. Hindi na individual SOAP, but the whole establishment. So you can apply what you have learned in all of these modules. Tama ba? Are you with me? You get it? Yun, ganun yung big picture. At paano ko tutulungan tong company na to? That's why you have that hierarchy. Meron ka ng, you have to prioritize everything. You don't do all the programs for all the findings that you have. No. You prioritize. Di ba, basic course? Whether you took it at UP or at PCOM, pareho lang yun, yung program planning. Ayan. Kaya you have to look at the possibilities to resolve. So the second objective is to learn about healthy workplaces. This has been a long time, 2007. However, what is nice here, they have this downloadable handbook. And this is still very useful. It's about healthy workplaces, a model for action. And remember, DOH is also campaigning for healthy workplaces, isn't it? So pwede pa rin niya gamitin. First is to devise and implement policy instruments on workers' health, protect and promote health at the workplace, promote performance of and access to occupational health services, to provide and communicate evidence for action practice, and to incorporate workers' health into other policies. So pro-worker, how to develop the worker, how to teach the worker, the welfare of the workers, to improve health and lifestyle. So that's the book, you can download it. It's downloadable, by the way. So why develop a healthy workplace initiative? Because it is the right thing to do. So can you withstand person is suffering and the management is not healthy? No, we're doctors. We cannot withstand that kind of an attitude coming from management. Hindi, ano lang yan, contractor lang yan. Have you heard that from management? Yeah? Have you heard that? Eh, contractor lang yung empleyado ang muna unahin natin. Eh, look, sabi mo, sir, mas grabe po ito yun. Naipit po yung daliri, kailangan tahiin eh. I-amputate, so you see, hindi, contractor lang yun. O, tama? Contractors, workers, employees are all the same, according to DOLE, di ba? It's the number of workforce, not the number of employees. And they're still under our care. So, business ethics. Then second, it is the smart thing to do. It is a business case. And the third one is it is the legal thing to do. Kung mangyari, sino ang hahabol sa employer? Who? DOLE, di ba? Pwede ipasara. Tama? Kasi hindi tinulungan yung workers or contractors. By the way, if we have contractors in the workplace, what you should do is that they should have their own health and safety program. Contractor yun, third party. Tama? But still under the jurisdiction of the mother company hiring that contractor, especially if it's a company. But if you have direct contractors, it's all under your supervision. Direct contractors yan. So you're after the maintaining the health and safety of all of these direct contractors. Kung walang company, di ba meron din contractors na direct? Yeah, well, they're not part of a company. So be sure you check on that. So these are the reasons why we develop a healthy workplace initiative. So what is a healthy workplace then? It is one in which workers and managers collaborate to use a continual improvement process to protect and promote health, safety, and well-being of all workers and sustainability of such. So these are the identified needs, health and safety concerns, health, safety, and well-being concerns in the psychosocial work environment, personal health resources in the workplace, and ways of participating in the community or in the workplace to improve their health, their families as well, and other members as part of the community. When you think about corporate social responsibility, as discussed by Professor Asuncion, doon papasok yun. Eh, Doc, lagi kang pinapag-clinic. Ano ba yan? Trabaho pa ba namin yan? Yes. Yes. Because the company has to create that image of being responsive and responsible for its surrounding community. Yun ang purpose ko. No? Kaya kahit hindi ako duty ngayon, pero pinapag-medical mission kami. So that's corporate social responsibility. So, healthy workplace processes and avenues of influences. There are 4 key areas that can be mobilized. Physical work environment, psychosocial work environment, second, personal health outcome, and the enterprise involvement in the community. So we have a small model here, which is the WHO Healthy Workplace Model. So these are the avenues of influence for a healthy workplace, the physical, psychosocial, personal, and enterprise. Pinalaki lang natin. And maybe it's simpler. So, let's move on to the third. Yan, matamo. Ano na? Workshop na tayo, ha? But before that, let us look at how we're going to apply health promotion education in a teaching presentation. So, what health educators do? We are all health educators. Perform, coordinate counseling, design, promote, lead, evaluate programs, so program na naman, and then also develop educational materials. Companies meet occupational health and safety regulations, compliance, and so forth. So that's what health educators do. This is a kind of busy, it's hard to analyze, but please go with me, okay? Be with me here, because you can see here primary prevention, secondary prevention, tertiary prevention of disease. And you also have health maintenance, health recovery, and end of life. Prevention is at this point in life. That if there is disease, there's treatment, and if there is some long-term disease, there's palliation. So you can see here health enhancement is low risk. Medium risk, risk avoidance, risk reduction is also high risk. Health problems have not developed at this point, but in the second half, where there is now disease, intervention is required, and health problems have developed. So you have early intervention, treatment or rehabilitation, and palliative care towards the end of life of that individual. So you can see this continuum. Do you understand? So where you're going to really exert your effort is the prevention, the preventive part. So in terms of reflection and behavior, primary prevention is what? How to keep ourselves well. That's primary prevention. So you also undergo your own APE. When was the last time you had your APE? Yun, nakangiti na sila. When was the last time you had your lab works? Yun. Tapos pag sinabing mammography, ay, ayoko niyan. Tama? Colonoscopy na ang kailangan. Ay, ayoko rin yan. See? So, doctors, we should be role models. At least check on ourselves as well. When was the last time? Nagsa-self-reflection. So, how to keep ourselves well, to work well. Secondary prevention, if we're getting ill, how can we detect these conditions early? So that is the secondary prevention, early detection. So APE, lab works, Okay, and other laboratory tests you may need. Tertiary prevention. If we are ill, how can we get the best medical care? So yun, yung tertiary prevention. Now, this is the WHO model. Pinalaki ko na, no? Healthy workplace, continual improvement process. We can see here there is leadership engagement and worker involvement. Pantay sila. So you can see a strategy there. Those two strategies. And so, you mobilize, you assemble, you assess, prioritize, then you plan, you do, you evaluate. So there's evaluation. That's why how evaluation is really very important in our programs. You improve, and then you go back. It's a cycle. And it always revolves around ethics and values in the company, especially the company culture, as we have learned in Module 4. So, this is another common components of health education planning models. So you have here a planned approach to health education, engaging, understanding the priority population, assessing the needs, developing program goals and objectives, planning an intervention, implementing the intervention, and evaluation. Actually, the last, you always evaluate your program, even your health education planning model. Now, this is a nice model from the CDC. And as you can see, it has 4 in the model: assessment, individual, organization, and community. And second is planning and management, the leadership, management, and as well as all the other resources, communication. Number 3 is implementation already. We have programs, policies, and benefits, environmental support. And 4th is evaluation, the worker productivity, healthcare costs. Are they still absent all the time? Is there presenteeism as worker productivity? Healthcare costs, is it rising? When was the last time you did utilization of insurance to evaluate? Why? Because it's important. Alin yung na-avail doon? Alam niyo, worker, kung malapit na mag-expire, doon lahat request na yun. Request ng laboratory. Kasi mag-expire na yung insurance nila. That? Okay. So, mali ang gamit ng It's not the real thing on how you should avail of your insurance. And inuubos agad. Ngayon, pag nagka-emergency na hospitalization, wala na. Wala nang natirang coverage. Tama? In terms of the amount. Tama ba? So, tutunan natin, dapat natin sila the proper utilization. And so you have that. And then organizational change and cultural health and improved health outcomes. So this is the workplace health model by CDC. And you have also contextual factors: capacity, geography, the type of company, etc. So what are the underlying principles in health education promotion? Leadership involvement, mobilizing, gaining commitment, permissions, comprehensive policies. That's management driven as well. Then involve workers and their representatives. They should be consulted or informed about this. The best is a focus group discussion, gap analysis. What is this situation now, and what do you want this situation to be? It's the gap. And then also learn from others, seeking help from experts if you need to, and visiting other enterprises to benchmark. Benchmarking is all right as long as there are proper letters to be addressed to the GKK winner. Yan. Kung GKK winner siya, try to visit. But kaya naging GKK winner, gusto ko rin yun. Bakit kaya si Dr. Joseph Orne ay naging champion, di ba? It's a member of PICOM Pampanga. So it's just an example kasi na-publish siya I saw it published by OSHC. Pina-publish niya. So, public document. See, benchmarking, how did you do it? Yun. Kaya, it sounds interesting, di ba? Because they won. GKK is one of the highest awarding body, OSHC. So, it's every 2 years. Now, so, you visit other enterprises to learn from them. That's why, in PICOM annual conventions, sometimes mid-year, there is a segment, pero di mo masyado natutuloy lagi, yung best practices. Na doon mo siya showcase, let's say, GKK winner, baka pwede sila mag-share, ba't sila naging GKK winner, di ba? And they're PICOM members, mid-year or annual, depende, mid-year. Dr. Jackson, ang dami na suggestions. So, that is one way to learn also. And you're collaborating and networking, doing networking. So, nandun yung SS, nakita niyo ba yung module natin? It helps and enhances each of the function that you are doing in an enterprise. In-explain ko po yan ni Dr. Sino kanina? Dr. Ray Santa Ana. Isa-isa niya yung duties. 9 duties. Wala. Okay, so another, sustainability. Evaluation, continuous improvement. Budget, sustainability yan eh. Pero hindi lang yung company will provide. There are many resources that you can tap. Importance of integration, strategic planning must include the human side of the equation. And behavior that is rewarded is reinforced. Do not punish. Do not penalize. It's more rewarding behaviors. Tama? Kasi pag nag-penalize tayo, oh, smoking na naman yan, suspended na yan. Turuan natin na dapat hindi nagsismoke, kaya reduce smoking, etc. Smoking cessation. I know smoking cessation is not a very popular program. It is not. Hirap, ano? Alright. So next is the behavioral change strategies. Inspire employees by working with them at an individual level. Pag nag-consult sa inyo, that's the time. You can get information, views. Start with the hiring process to build a better company culture. Then provide ample feedback to employees to help them improve their workplace behavior. Improve team communication. More often than not, this is one of the contributory factors, lack of communication in management and workers. Naiipit ang doktor, tama ba? Naiipit, tama? Hindi nag-uusap, hindi nagkakaroon ng consultation dalawa. So we are just like a ping pong ball, thrown back and forth. Nagkakaroon ng conflict. So hindi maganda, hindi healthy yung workplace na yun. Lack of communication. Lean on your managers. Alright? So another, micro-learning, learning and performance ecosystem, micro-learning and mobile apps also for them if your company is way ahead of technological innovations. And then mobile learning, blended learning solutions for you to teach them on health, then cohort learning or in small groups. So as a group. Then also, here are just 5 strategies I'd like to share with you. So first is experiential learning. Walang tatawag dyan, experiential. Because the best champions for health education promotion are those who have experienced what? Improvement, marked improvement in their lifestyle, in their attitude, in the values, in their beliefs on health. And they are practicing, tama ba? They are practicing their new healthy lifestyle. Yung ang target natin sa health education promotion, healthy lifestyle yan. So, there is a department order on healthy lifestyle. Tinuturo lang yung Dr. Managot, sa basic course. If you attended basic course in PICO, part yun. So, it depends on the new curriculum right now. It's still part of that. So, feedback is vital. So, kailangan bigyan natin ng feedback. Tamang feedback, constructive feedback for the workers who may have abused themselves. Kasi iba, Dok, naiiwan ko yung gamot ko, lagi ko naiiwan sa bahay. Tamang solusyon doon. Ha? Teka, may isa pa microphone. Nakatuwa si Dok eh. May isa pa microphone. Alam nga. Global yung Dok eh. Ay, ito, dito po si Marsha. Marsha. Sige, Marsha. Sir, pakiabot lang yung mic at medyo narrow ang ating sige po.
Doc, I usually advise my patients if their maintenance medication is at home.
Malapit.
Is at home. You put your maintenance medication in your bag. So when they forget, they just open their bag and they take it.
Sabi nga, hindi naiiwan nga eh. Naiiwan, tapos hihingi ng panibago. Yun, hihingi ng panibago. Tapos parang naiiwan ko na naman ulit, hindi ako nakainom kanina umaga. Okay? There seems to be a pattern. Di ba pattern yan? Lagi naiiwan, tapos hihingi ng panibago, tapos ayaw bumili. Right? So wala priority. Iba yung kanya. Iba yung mindset sa health niya. Walang control. Walang ownership. You can understand this. No ownership of his or her own health. Because we should also have our own ownership of our health and safety. So pati yung self-care, tuturuan natin sila. Tama ba? Tama? So that's the tinanggap ka, no? Malayo pa tayo dun eh. So, feedback is very important. And then follow up after the feedback. Follow up kung natuto ka ba. Ayan. O, dala mo na yung gamot mo. Kung hindi nagpa-follow up sa clinic, tawagan. Nurse, pakitawagan niya kasi sabihin natin sa boss, kailangan siya pumunta sa clinic kasi pa-follow up mo eh. Ikaw mismo mag-i-initiate yung, hindi pupunta, yaman na hindi mo pupunta dito sa clinic. That's not care. You have a listing, may medical surveillance nga eh, ng mga may sakit. And that is organized in another separate cabinet or whatever coding you'd like to put up. That's like medical surveillance. Hindi lang chemicals, hindi lang yun, pati yung mga sakit, pati dolly issuances that we have to take care of among the patients. The nudges, ayan, may mga pagkakamali, errors. While active coaching feedback is useful, the small nudges throughout the flow work can also be effective. So, may coaching ka ng konti-konti on how for them to comply with the medication, as an example. And modeling by executive sponsors and champions to change the employee behavior. May nag-model, kita nila success, di ba? Success rate. What is the success rate? Successful models to modify the norms. Next, we have spheres of influence. Interpersonal capacity, interpersonal supports, environmental context. Pag intrapersonal, individual characteristics. Interpersonal are the social groups, their contacts. Environmental context include institutional factors, community, and the public policy. Now, there are 6 theories and concepts that examine and attempt to modify individual characteristics at the intrapersonal, so this is the individual rational model, change in the knowledge, change in attitudes and belief, and change in behavior. Health belief model, what they discovered was that people's beliefs on the severity of disease and their susceptibility to it influence their willingness to take preventive action. So naniwala siya sa sinabi ng doktor na nag-counsel. Then extended parallel process model or EPPM, some persuasive strategies to bring about particular health decisions, persuasion, gentle persuasion for an individual. Trans-theoretical model of change. So this behavior change viewed as a progression through a series of 5 stages. And ano na yun? Pre-contemplation. Ano kaya pagka di ko dinaling gamot, di ako uminom? Contemplation. Sige, dadaling ko na yung gamot kasi lagi ko na iiwan. And then, preparation, lalagay ko na sa bag. Kasi sabi ni Doc, anong pangalan niya sa nickname? Paeng, Dr. Paeng, sabi ni Doc Paeng, daling ko lagi. Naku, laging sinasabi ni Doc sa akin. Action, dala niya na sa bag. Maintenance, di ba? Okay, so those are 5 series of stages. The theory of planned behavior. It asserts that achieving and maintaining behavior change requires intent to adopt a positive behavior, abandon a negative one. Ayoko na nga mag-vaping, ayoko na talaga. Marami pala carcinogen, ayoko na. Tsaka sabi ni Dr. Shane, wag daw mag-vaping. Bawal daw yun. Mas bawal daw sa health, tsaka lalo na ibang tao. Tama? Passive, okay. So, the 6th one, activated health education model. There are 3 phases, the experiential, so pinapa-engage the individual to assess their health. Second, awareness phase, so you are actually showing the patient or the worker, pagka ito nangyari, ma-aware na siya. You have to teach the consequences. Responsibility phase, involving participants in the change process. And that will facilitate identification and clarification of their values, their personal health values. So, this is the activated health education model. You can see here experiential, awareness, and responsibility. So, throughout time, the person will develop this. As he experiences, hindi pa na maganda, hindi na lang gamot. Ayaw na bigyan ng ayaw na bigyan ng gamot ng clinic. Sabi kasi ni Doc Paeng, hindi naging sinabi ko na dalahin niya. Alright, so, experiential. Tapos nag-high blood siya, hindi siya makatrabaho, hindi makabalik sa trabaho, ayaw na niya pa hospital. Alright? So, awareness na siya. Mali talaga yung ginagawa niya. And then, takes responsibility. Alright? So, you've changed the behavior of the particular worker. This is a social learning theory concept model where you have behavior, you have personal factors affecting that, and you have environmental factors. And you can see that they're all interrelated with each other. It affects each one. So these are the components that lead to successful health education strategies. One, participant involvement. Planning. Oh, lagi, may planning na naman. Needs and resources assessment. And you have comprehensive program, long-term change. So you see long-term, you have an end in mind, altering the norms, and you do research and evaluation for a particular problem in the workplace. So these are some of the best practices for health promotion education. Involve the community or involve the workforce and stakeholders. Use visual materials for them, create an effective curriculum, train the trainers, kaya may POT tayo, and also you train also the champions. Yung meron kayong OS champions dyan, na SO1, o kahit na those who have role model, the healthy behavior, conduct workers' needs assessment, develop learning materials, ensure participation, increase health literacy, and finally, consider the setting when you have to do this health education and promotion. So how do we prepare a PowerPoint presentation? 10 simple rules, include one idea per slide. Para malaki, di ba? Ma-appreciate nila yung busy slide. Spend only 1 minute per slide. Make use of your heading, include essential points, give credit where credit is due, use the graphics effectively. Design to avoid cognitive overload and design the slide so that the distracted person gets the main takeaway. Hindi nalilito. Iteratively improve slide design through practice and then design to mitigate the impact of technical disasters. Kasi kung may ganun yung slide nyo, hindi effective sa mga workers. So avoiding cognitive overload. Use high contrast colors and simple backgrounds with low to no color for persons with dyslexia or visual impairment. Depends on the audience. And usually sans serif fonts and large font sizes. Hindi yung mga italics or other bold letters na ang hirap na maintindihan. And then also use color combinations and palettes that can be understood by those with different forms of color blindness. And also consider practicing your talk with a closed captioning system to capture your words. So mitigating the impact of technical disasters. Save your presentation as PDF. Yan, lagi naka-PDF. For videos, you have a backup slide with screenshots. Kasi pag nagloko, may screenshot kada segment. And then also avoid animations. They are distracting. Animations on a slide when you're teaching the workers. Tapos, naghihintay sila. Diba? It consumes time. Too much animation. Hindi pang paganda yun. Now, how to prioritize the topic of health education promotion. Review all health and safety data that you have collected. Review medical records and medical surveillance results. Review ambient and biological monitoring results kung meron. Perform the HIRAP, and then perform planning based on the above with the HSE committee. And another suggested step, identify the goal and outcome of the activity, and finally, evaluate indicators of the said activity. So you involve the health and safety team. So what is an educational teaching poster? This is a good example by WHO. Kita nyo, di ba? It strikes. What can you say? Anyone? You see may hawak ng mic? Mic. Ayan. Sir, sige nga, yung katabi mo. Please comment. WHO educational poster.
The contrast is good.
Yeah.
The words that were used were very precise.
Ano pa?
Not too many lines.
Oh, details.
Yeah, details.
Ano pa? WHO yan. Magagalit yung gumawa nila. Okay. Pero One Health. Diba? That's very clear.
Yeah,
Ano
it's
pa?
very clear. The message is also very clear.
Take away.
Yeah.
So, makikita mo, there are 5. Kung ikaw yung audience niya, ano sa tingin mo, natuto ka ba after that?
Yes, Doc.
So, you know the 5. So, that is an infographic. That's a good example for sharing information on PowerPoint. And it's a collection of imagery, charts, and minimal text. Minimal text that gives an easy-to-understand overview of a topic. Minimal text. Pag wordy. Kanina yung slide ko, okay lang yun. Kasi pag ano ka lang sa'yo, notes nyo na rin yung slide. Then, how do you prepare it? So, you pick a topic, decide who's the audience, draw a picture that will get the workers interested. Write a headline for the poster, write your message, what you want the workers to remember about your topic. So, you have a workshop. What time is it? Time is 6 o'clock. Mga perfect time. So, for 30 minutes, kaya? Okay. Do you have laptops per group? One laptop per group? Laptop? Di ba given na yun? Dapat lagi naglalagay ng laptop. Given? May laptop kayo? Okay. So this is what you're gonna do. In your group, select the following to perform the roles. First, a facilitator. Second, a scribe and PowerPoint creator. So yung techie, assignment mo na yung techie. And then, presenter. May magpe-present mamaya. 5 minutes each only. Yan ha. Time bound tayo para maaga tayo muli ngayon. Then, present in plenary. So, create a PowerPoint presentation of an IEC teaching poster consisting of a maximum of 5 slides of the following. Maximum yun ha. 3 to 5, 1 slide, nandun na, gaya ng infographic kanina. Very good. So, group 1, TV in the workplace.
Magkabali si Piston
Vice
versus.
President yan, Vice President. Medyo, ano pa? Bawa ikaw worker, ikaw yung worker, ikaw nagre-receive na instruction. So, nagtataglish naman siya kanina. So, okay lang. So, ano pa? 6:15, hindi kaya? Sino ready na? Di pa. Tok talaga, oh. Totoo? True? Last 2 minutes, pwede ba? Hindi kaya? Uy. Infographic para mabilis. Gusto niyo. Kesa teaching slides. Pwede naman poster, teaching poster. Hindi na uso Manila paper. Hindi na uso Manila paper, ha? Ha? Ano? Oo, mamimili kayo. Ano gusto nyo gawin? Oo. Basta may, you are conveying the message. The important thing is the message, how they are going to do it effectively. So, i-prepare niyo yung presenter niyo, ha? Marunong siya mag-explain ng niya. Ng inyong infographic or poster. Fast talk ba? Fast talk? Group 4? Fast talk? Fast talk po ba? Siya po mag-represent? Remember yung presenter, hindi pa nagsasalita dito sa class na to. Ha? Hindi pa nagre-recite, hindi pa nagpe-present. Si Dr. Jason, wag na kasi na-interview na yung hapon. Diba? Sino hindi pa nagpe-present dyan? Yan. Si Dr. Blessings, di pa yata naririnig. Di pa naririnig. Ayun, si Dr. Blessing na. Sige. Okay, are you done? Volunteer? Any volunteer group? Sige. Group 4 will start. Sino ang next? Pakilagay na dito laptop. Pakilagay na laptop kung walang USB. Laptop. Kakabit yata dito. Ito ba yun? Ito ba yung kinakabitan ng laptop? Dito ba? Dito ba yun? HDMI to. Ah, hindi. O, USB. Dapat bigay nyo nung kay Yumi, USB. Ma'am Yumi, nagpapadala sila ng presentation. Ano, time is up? Time is up na ba? So, group 4 nag-volunteer na. Sinong next? Group 3. Okay. Sinong next? 2 or 1? 2. Oh, sige. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2. Okay, going once, twice. Let's start. Please stop already kung tapos na. Magpe-present na po ang ang group 4. Fast Talk, Health for All. Pwede na mo mag-start ang group 4? Group 4. Oh, sige. Ganda po presentation nyo kay Ma'am Yumi.
Email na lang daw.
Wala kay USB. USB rin pwede. Kasi mahirap mag-connect HDMI yung connector dito. HDMI.
Pasend na lang sa email or may USB kayo.
By the way, just like to ask if all the groups brought their white coats. Anyone with a white coat and can bring tomorrow? White coat. Isa lang sa member nyo. Naka-white coat.
Membership.
White coat. White medical gown.
Membership.
Sino ang may dala? Taga-NCR lang. May makakapagdala per group. Ikaw, sa group mo. Sa group mo. Sa group mo. Ha? Alam mo, pag-gamit mo sa iba. Oo. Sa group 2, who can wear a white coat tomorrow in the role playing? White coat. Yung merong white coat. White medical gown. Walang dala? Oo, yung iba na yung taga rito. Sige, hiram na lang. Yung taga rito sa NCR, magdala ka ng ibang coat mo. Hiram na lang daw sila.
Okay naman, Yumi.
Alright, time is up. If you want to go home early tonight, which I will allow, let's all do quickly. Do everything quickly. Who is the first presenter here? Group 4. Calling on group 4. Maximum 3 minutes presentation. Per group. Per group. Presentation, go home na. Kakain pa kat tayo eh. Sino presenter? Ikaw na nga. Wow.
Bali ako.
Okay po, ako po si Abundo. We are Health for All Group 4. Drug-free workplace, substance abuse awareness. Substance abuse, also known as drug abuse, is the routine misuse of a substance that is not in line with the intended purpose. Most commonly abused drugs. First, siyempre yung pinaka-common, yung shabu, which is methamphetamine. Still the drug of choice kasi
Diretso
among
man.
drug users, it can be ingested orally through the nose and injected or smoked. Then second, marijuana. Second most abused drug can be smoked or mixed with food and eaten. Number three is ecstasy, usually swallowed but can be injected. And number four, fly high or yung pinagsamang shabu at ang ecstasy, usually abused by partygoers. And lastly, yung ginagamit namin, ay, cough syrup. Cough syrup. Okay, next, health effects of the drug abuse. Heightened sensory perception, number one. Number two is euphoria, followed by drowsiness and relaxation. Number three, impaired short-term memory, attention, judgment, coordination, and balance. Number four, increased heart rate. And number five, users will not feel sleepy, increased appetite or lack of appetite. For male users, they will have a constant drive for sex because of their erection. Number four, for the prevention po, number one, maintain good physical mental health. Number two, do your annual physical exam and have the results be interpreted by your on-site physician, and use regulated drugs properly. Number four, understand your own self, accept and respect yourself for what you are. Number five, develop your potential, engage in wholesome, productive, and fulfilling activities. Then, learn to cope with your problems and other stresses without the use of drugs. Develop strong moral and spiritual foundation and utilization of available counseling or support groups in the company. And last po, we are the group 4.
Diyan ka lang, Doc. Diyan ka lang. Top from the top. So, iyan na natin. I-process na natin. Okay. Let's say ito, workers lahat ito. How do you feel being taught with this? So, comment nga. Asa ano, wow, busy slide talaga. Oh!
Mga municipal
Vice
nurse.
President yan, Vice President. Medyo, ano pa, bawa ikaw worker, ikaw yung worker, ikaw yung nag-receive na instruction. So, nagtataglish naman siya kanina. So, okay lang. So, ano pa? Ano pa? Yung, magsalita, hindi
Doc, for me, especially if you're dealing with workers, dapat you talk to them in a layman's manner na naiintindihan nila at parang nakikipagkwentuhan ka lang to catch their attention. Usually, hindi kasi sila makikinig pag matagal. So, you have to use terms and words that they can actually relate. So, yun.
Sino pa? Please come to the front. Okay. Ginagawa sino eh? Ha?
Yung font size po, small siya. Font size, Doc. Medyo madami po yung nakalagay sa slide. May limit po.
So you're learning, di ba you are learning from your slides, your own teaching posters? So depende sa audience, pero sabi ko ang audience nyo, workers. Hindi ka po doktor. Kasi ano yan, no? Drug-free workplace. Pwede yun ang gamitin yan sa ano? Diba? Sa program nyo? Drug-free workplace. Ano pa? Huwag kayong mahiya. Caller, ano? Recommendations. Itaas pa natin. Itataas pa po. Itataas. Taas daw. Taas. A pala yun. Sa A pala yun. Hindi ko alam. Kung paano ba yan? Ganyan yan slide eh. Pull down. Scroll down. Ma'am Yumi pa scroll down lang. Hindi naman. Hindi PowerPoint yun. Yan, o. Sige, tinan natin. Health effects, plus prevention, o maliit nga. I agree with them, at saka yung color combination, hindi mabasa yung overdose, di ba? The color combination should be addressed. Yeah. Ano pa? Prevention. May prevention pa yan sa baba. Yan. And then, parang long listing. Okay? So, hindi matatanda long listing. Ano pa? So, combination, font, hindi masyado makita, the colors used. What? Yes, the source daw. Source. Wala na yun. Sa ano yun? Hindi ba CNN? The source by Pinky Wet. The source. Wala na. Kasi may bus stop dito eh. May naalala ko. Alright. O sige. So, wala na. Once, twice, meron pa. Sige.
Yung sa taas po. Ayan, scroll up. Yung, sa slide number 1. Yan po, tama na po, tama. Actually po, na-appreciate ko po yung positive. Actually, maganda yung line doc sa baba na it was, parang sinasabi talaga, meron siyang own na background na overdose will cause the user's death. So, it catched my eye yes, maliit lang yung font, pero maganda na-emphasize talaga siya sa background nito.
Sabi niya na in sequence, the most commonly top used, di ba? Marijuana. May numbers. May number, no? May number. Para kita nila alin yung pinag-report. Kasi ang ecstasy hindi na eh. Actually, solvents ngayon eh. Solvents. Okay, any comment pa? Any comment? Ano? Correct. So, maintindihan ng ordinary workers yung effects. Yan. A British company. Because the doctor is a British. Kasi mahirap yung euphoria. Ano yung euphoria po, Sir? Doc, ano po ba yung euphoria? Ng employee. Okay, so sabihin vernacular and even in English, pwede mo i-translate, pero merong parenthesis, di ba? Open and close parenthesis. May translation. Walang Tagalog equivalent. Anything more? Or let's give them a big hand. No more changes. But you will not submit ito na yung sasubmit nyo, yung walang changes, walang corrections. So, pwede nyo gamitin sa yan, kaya lang yung color combination. Okay, let's give a big hand again for group 4. Group 3. Thank you, Doc Pastok. Doc Pastok. So,
Pa-flash na po yung slides.
Group 3. Yumi eh. Wow, Yumi! Wow!
Sana all.
Cover girl pa siya yan. Ma'am Yumi. Uy, teka, messages yata yan. Important. Yumi, important Viber messages. Nakikita na. What? Okay, Sarah na, baka meron dyan important Viber messages. Pwede. Ayan. Oh, ilang slides?
Hello.
5. Ba't 6 slides yan? Sabi ko mag 5 na.
Ano na yun, Doc, yung sa dulo, infographics na poster. So, good evening, everyone. We are the group 3. We are Pasig Team. AIDS Vocates. Diba? Okay, so, before we start, AIDS affects approximately 15% of people around 50 to 24 years old. So, manggagawa dito. Mukhang hindi na kayo sakop niyan. Okay. Filipinos know about HIV. 15% know about HIV prevention. This is according to UNIAID data 2017. And what is HIV? So, HIV starts as in human. It starts with you, ikaw, bilang tao. It has to be transmission from tao to tao, human to human. Tapos, immune deficiency, meaning the weakening of the immune system. Pag nag-weaken yung immune system, madali kang makakapitan ng sakit. And lastly, virus po yan. So gaya ng COVID, gaya ng dengue, virus po yan, kumakapit sa atin. So a virus, type po yan ng mikrobyo, microorganism. So, paano ba natin na-transmit yan? Una-una, dapat makakapitan ka ng virus. Paano makakapitan yan? So, una, through blood, sa dugo, sa similya or sa tamod, and sa vaginal fluid. Sorry, I'm not a Tagalog speaker. sa vaginal fluids, I don't know the equivalent of that. And lastly, sa breast milk. So, we will have from there, pagka-apektuhan ka niyan, you will have a window period of approximately 3 months. Tapos, pwede kang maging asymptomatic to from 2 years to 10 years. After which, 3 months, you will be detectable once you do the testing. After nun, like said, approximately 2 to 10 years asymptomatic ka, and you will have, eventually, it will fall into AIDS, which is, ano naman po yung AIDS? Kung kailan ka nakakapitan na ng mga opportunistic infection. So, since sinabi kanina na mababa na yung immune system mo, madali kang makakapitan ng kahit anong sakit. So, AIDS, meaning acquired. Nakukuha pa rin from tao to tao. This time, from an infected na person. Ibig sabihin may HIV siya, pwede kang kapitan nun. Immunodeficiency, ibig sabihin weakening of the immune system, as mentioned kanina. And syndrome, kasi collection siya ng different symptoms na mag-present as AIDS. And will you be healthy kahit na may HIV ka? In 2019, 25.4 people are accessing antiretroviral therapy. When you do antiretroviral therapy, you will be healthy. Yes, by taking our ART, you will be healthy. So, para lang siya ng diabetes, hypertension. Pag nagtitake ka niyan, when you have your HIV positive, you think of it na para maintenance mo lang siya. So, hindi siya dapat kadalian. So, to give you a very good infographic of this, okay. This is our infographic. This will be distributed to everyone after December. So, that ends my lecture. Thank you so much.
From the first slide, please. So, kumusta kayo mga trabahador ng kumpanya nito? Wow, palakpakan. Any comments? Bakit natatawa ka kanina? Hindi lang ang comment ko. Pag sinasabi mo yung words na yun, natatawa ka kasi it will reflect, di ba? Dapat hindi ka matatawa. Oo, kasi sex education, yun talaga eh. You have to mention the term. Yung ayun ka naiintindihan nila. Walang masama dun, di ba? hindi naman malicious. Oo, pero kasi para walang malis. Pag natawa ka kasi, bakit natatawa siya? Yeah, meron parang ano na, there is a perception. Yeah, sa delivery, nagde-deliver. So you deliver also your presentation. Alright, so sino pa? Pero magandang ang ano nyo, graphics, maganda. Natawa ka lang na talaga. Natawa lang talaga. Pero, brochure ba yung huli? Leaflet na or something?
Ayun yun yung brochure.
Flyer yung huli? Kaya, yan kaya very busy. Naintindihan nyo ba? Mga kapwa manggagawa, naiintindihan ba ninyo? English yan. Pero flyer yan. Kung flyer yan, sumobrang liit. Right? So, ilang folds siguro yan para lumaki. Ha? Ay, ayun, hindi niya sinabi para ipamimigay daw eh.
A4 pala yan yung side.
Ayun, hindi pala
A4 yung
flyer. Hindi pala take away, ang laki pala niya. Poster pala yan. Okay, poster pwede na siguro. Dapat na, so sa tarpaulin, di ba, yung malaki mo. Yan, gano'n. Ha? A4 pala ito.
Maliit pa. A1.
So, anong comment niyo pa? Should come from you, perception. Kumusta naman delivery? Ano sabi ko na kanina yung delivery na? Natatawa. Huwag kayo matatawa pag nag-deliver kayo sa workers. Pwede magpatawa pero not the way you are delivering. Ano ba? Yes.
At the start, yung boses pa is very clear and it really catches the attention of those who are, yung target audience.
Factor. Pwede yung sa first slide. Maganda yung first slide nila. Meron pang source sa statistics. First slide, please. Isa pa, first slide, first. Back. May question mark. Question mark. Interactive masyado eh. Sabi ko kanina, wala animation. Pero kailangan yung animation kasi nasa slide nila. Yan. Di ba? Maganda yan. Very catchy. Even the size. Ha? Ano, no? Hindi, talagang catchy, no? Kasi pati yung balance ng, kita niya, ng mga figures, mga, and then may source pa sila, kasi hindi naman nila ginawa talaga yun. May source. Ayun. Yun nga lang, caricature ginamit. Okay lang yun kaysa real person. Pero hindi, anime. Parang anime. So, yan, maganda yung slide. Very, it's just one statement. Kita niyo. Diba? Na 15%. Clear message. Alright, so masigabong, meron pang comments. Ma'am, tatak.
No, for the reference or for the source, kasi 2017 pa po ito. So, gano'n po ba dapat yung reference natin ka-updated?
Kung wala available, pwede naman gamitin niya kung di mo talaga nakuha. Pero mas maganda yung latest so far. Kung DOH, medyo 2021, 2022 talaga pag DOH. Pero pag updated ang WHO, updated yan palagi. CDC. So the best is updated. Pero wala kayo makuha. You can say na the available reference I got. Okay lang yun. Basta, talagang kinuha mo doon. Alright. Okay. But the latest should be, pag sinabi update. Yeah. 2024, data on HIV AIDS. Usually, yung mga bawal gawin, naka-X na lang, meron ka nakita infographic na gano'n, HIV. Kung ano yung transmissible, naka-X marking not by kissing, may kiss. Ganun yung ibang infographics ng HIV, nakakita na kayo? Kasi kita ka agad anong bawal gawin. O at saka ano yung pwede namang gawin. Hindi naman natatransmit by kissing, by handshake. Tapos may X. Alam niyo yan? It just don't have the sample, but it doesn't have words anymore. Walang words. At basta yun na lang yung picture. In terms of picture. Kasi mas clear yun sa workers. Diba? For HIV. Okay. So, napalampakan niyo na ba ang group 3? Thank you, sir. Okay. Group 2. Yung mga nyo, shopping bag, ha? Bigat niyang dalhin mamaya.
Hello?
Anong klase po yan? Teaching slides? A poster? O ano? I-qualify nyo. Kasi kanina nga posters. Teaching slides.
So magandang gabi, mga kasama ko sa trabaho. Magandang gabi. Okay ba kayo?
Okay.
Very good. May pag-uusapan kasi tayo ngayon. So, i-apply natin to sa workplace natin. So, ito ang mental health in the workplace. So, bakit nga ba importante ito sa kumpanya natin? Next slide, please. Ayon sa WHO, isa out of 6 na empleyado ay nakakaranas ng mental health problem sa workplace na nakakakos ng 12 billion. Okay, 12 billion loss every day. Dahil sa cause nito ay depression at anxiety. Okay? Pagkatapos nun, mas malaki ang nagagawa nyo sa production natin kapag ka mas masaya kayo at wala kayong stress. Okay? Next. So ano nga ba ang cause ng mental health stress? Work-related stress. Kapag halimbawa nabubuli kayo, o kaya na meron kayong chismis na naririnig galing sa inyo, di ba nasa-stress kayo doon? Tapos relationship, yung asawa nyo ng babae, nahuli nyo. Tapos, pati yung cellphone nyo, pinakikialaman nyo, na-stress na naman kayo. Financial stress, ang dami-dami mong utang. Hindi na natapos, kakasahod mo lang, ubus na. Stress ka na naman. Parenting stress, yung anak mo bumabagsak. Health stress, ang dami-dami mo na nga iniisip, may hypertension ka ba? Kailangan mo pang mag-maintenance. Life changes, lumipat kayo ng bahay. So another stress na naman yun sa'yo. Yun lang yung mga halimbawa guys, ng mga stress na pwedeng mangyari sa inyo. Next slide please. So ano ang gagawin natin? Ako gusto kong malaman nyo yung self-love. No? So paano natin gagawin nyo? Kumain ka ng tama, i-share mo yung feelings mo. Maging creative ka, pwede kang gumamit ng journal. Mag-relax ka, mag-exercise ka. Tandaan nyo ang exercise na puproduce siya ng good hormones. Okay? I-manage mo yung stress mo. Matulog ka ng tama, yung kumpleto sa oras. Tapos magsalita ka rin sa mga kaibigan mo, yung mga pinagkakatiwalaan mo. At kung kulang pa yan, next slide. Halika, tulungan kita kasama ang ahensya ng gobyerno. I-save nyo to, i-picture nyo to, para at least kung nahihiya kayo, ayaw nyo i-express sa akin o sa mga kamag-anak nyo, pwede kayong tumawag dito. Okay? Tandaan nyo, next slide. It's okay not to be okay. Okay? Salamat po.
Relax lang kayo, relax. Isa kung agresibo yung group ko. Any comments? Sige, pagkatapos na ito, please. Wala yung title. Ang tingin sa title, nakaka-relax ba yung kulay?
Yes.
Ang mental health yung kulay.
Yes.
Sige, okay. Next slide. Yan. May statistics siya. Ano sa tingin niyo? Ano ito? Kung kayo yung regular worker, may statistics.
Ganda dokumento.
Ano mo sa Pilipinas? Ano mo po ang data natin sa Pilipinas? Marami po ba? Huwag sasakitin na ako. Ang nagtatanong na tayo. Di ba, may nagtanong, di ba? Kasi wala, hindi naman sa akin, hindi So, mas maganda kung gagamitin natin ay stats, local stats kung meron. Kasi yun ang ba, may survey na ng CNN, hindi ba alam? Sa work-related stress. Oo, pero online po yun. Maganda yun. At yung insight natin, walang iba. Pero yung marami na since the pandemic. Ano pa? Okay, so maganda yung picture. kulay. Yun nga lang, baka maghanap ng local data. Yes, okay. Kasi parang mas, kung workers kasi audience nyo, siguro kung iba ang audience nyo dyan, pwede. Kasi tuturo ka eh. Depends on the audience. But I told you specifically, audience ay workers. Tinuturuan natin, behavioral change, not promotion. Okay, next. Wala kayong comment dito? Any comment?
Perfect.
Wala na. Next slide. Ito, yeah, mahaba ang discussion niya dito pa rin. Yes, ma'am.
Hello po. Bali po, para po siguro sa speaker, since mental health po yung tinakin, I-learn po kasi during the TOT na parang i-align po yung mood nung nagpa-lecture base doon sa nire-lecture niya, tapos ibabagay din po sa participants. Parang hilagay po yung firmness doon sa topic. Kaya yung line po ni Dr. na medyo matigas. So parang sa halip po na magiging lalapit po yung us as workers. Parang parang magsalita tayo. So parang dapat yung line po yung medyo nailamdik ng konti. Yan po.
Huwag kang magpa-check up.
Kaya na pila mo, doon na lang sa hardware niya. Wala tatawag sa kanya. Wala po sa kanya. Kaya nga reaction ko, ha? Baka ikaw meron ito, meron mo. So the tone, di ba? Delivery also of your teaching materials. Therefore, very good observation. Ano pa? Anyone else? Ano to ha? Constructive? Walang sama ano. Ano lang? Learning lang. We all make mistakes. We have a very vast space for learning. We should have. Hindi tayo lahat yung magaling. Alright? Tama? We have each other. In terms of weaknesses, kung ano yung weakness na kaibigan mo, o co-worker mo. Ganun din sa mga. Para mayroong unity and teamwork. Ano pa? Anyone from this group? Meron pa ba?
Wala to.
Maganda examples niya. Examples niya. Delivery lang. Galit. Bagay.
Anong topic nila daw?
Pero parang galit yan.
Anong topic nila daw?
My 5 years a year.
Kaya mo sa tanong. Maganda observation yan. Because that is the gender equality. Diba? Kasi dapat meron kang gender-based din dyan na kahit ang lalaki wala pang ganyan, babae lang.
Tama.
Kaya pala yung thesis ko ganyan. Sabi ng worker, ayun pala picture ng thesis ko. Umuwi ako sa bahay. Diba yung mga workers? They relate to that. So maganda observation din. Anyone else? Dr. Ron? You want to talk?
Maganda po.
Next slide. Next slide. Ayan, naging ganun na. So, peaceful. So, what do you think of this poster? Stitching na slide. Nakaka-calm down. So, maganda kinalaman. Plantito during the pandemic. Para lang ano, kasi yung mata ko, pumupunta sa different directions. So maybe the placement of the circles can affect also how the river, diba? Nakapalibot eh. So wala, kita yung mata mo kasi yung direction. And you appreciate something. So siguro. You agree?
Yes.
Agree?
Yes.
Yung mata mo, hindi lang sa focus. Mag-focus sa nasa gitna. Oo. Okay, next. So dapat ihiwalay pa yan. Actually, you can split that slide. Ito okay na to. Maganda yan. Maganda. pinapapicture niya eh. Hindi na lang bigyan ng flyer, no? Picture ko.
Walang budget.
Hindi mo na lang cellphone ko.
Environmental daw.
Paperless.
Environmental.
Paperless.
Environmental. Yes, yes.
Paperless. Ano lang naman yun, brochure. Alam mo sa canteen, pwede mo pagkatas ka. Cafeteria. It's one way of teaching them also, meron ka ng ganyan. Malabas mo lang, tapos mabaga lang, TV monitors. You know that? That's a very effective. Kasi nanonood, hindi sa basketball pinapanood, o di ka telenovela.
Baka mas ma-stress sila.
Moving slides. That's what we call. Kaya may transition yan. Gawin mo lang slide presentation. Okay? Sige po. So, the last slide. Pero dapat masasabi will be okay. Yun ang talaga statement.
It's okay
Ikaw
not to
stop with that. Kasi parang it's okay not to be okay. Pero,
It's very okay to say that you're not okay.
may advice ka. So, if you're not okay, please feel free to contact the clinic. Yeah, health professional. Kasi bigyan eh. So, I think, okay pala, hindi maging okay. I will try to live with that. Okay. So, meron pang kulang na phrase or statement. Okay, so, palagpakan natin ang ito. Last but not the least, sige. Grabe mga pala.
So, good evening sa inyo lahat. So, before we start, so inaayahan ko na kayo lahat.
Manalangin? Manalangin?
2 minutes lang.
Masabay-sabay tayo. Hindi na malalim. Relax. Isa pa. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Lahat kayo may TV na.
So, ano na feel mo? Wala. So, dapat pag ganyan, alam yung banta na ng TV. So, dito papasok ang ano natin. Una kayo po. Dito papasok ang ano natin. Yung ating yung sa ating awareness sa ating TV in the workplace. Okay? So, familiar tayo sa TV, tama ba? Wala pa. So, ang TV isang seryosong sakit na pwedeng na-infect. So, mainly lahat ng buong katawan natin. So, hindi lang siya basta sa baga. So, pwede rin siya sa buto, sa colon, sa intestine, mga ganyan. So, very common siya sa Pilipinas. So, sabi natin na daw, hindi daw, mahirap, pero necessarily. So, lahat ng pwede tayo ma-infect. Hindi mo alam kung katabi mo, may TV o ano. So, dapat aware tayo lahat, ha? So sabi ko kanina, is airborne siya. So, very common siya na pag-base natin ganito. Airborne, di ba? So, kanina, di ba, nag-exercise tayo. So, yun. So, ano ba dapat tandaan natin sa TV? Paano natin siya ma-diagnose o makahawa. So, number one natin dapat matandaan yung mga sintomas sa TV. Diba? Unang-una, syempre, anong primary dyan? Yung ubo. So, usually, pag may ubo ka, ng 2 to 3 weeks, so not necessarily kung dry pa siya, or may plema, so basta may ubo. Okay? So, may ubo, yung chest pain. So, pag sabi chest pain, pwede on and off, pwede masakit, pwede after mo umubo, ubo yung masakit. So, ito, yung may ubo sa, pag ubo mo, may halong, may kahit, ng dugo, sa plema, sa lako, sa dura, yan. Okay? So, pang-apat, yung easily fatigability, yung madali ka mapagod. So, minsan, akit ka sa hagdanan, ito, abot ka na agad. Okay? So, yan, na, pag medyo matatanda na, basta na dito yung pagod. So, sa kaya, is naman siya. So, loss. So yan, pag sinabing weight loss, usually kung may certain weight siya, mag-goal ka lang, regular ba kayo nagkano, nag-iaan yung weight, monitor, so usually kailangan. So, night sweats sa gabi, pagpapawisyon ka, at the same time, nasabi yun. Pag natutulog ka, magigising sa gabi, pagpapawisyon ka. So, yun. So, yun nga, yung ano din yung nawawala ka ng gana kumain, loss of appetite. So, yun. Ano yung magkakasama yun sa weight loss natin, syempre pag nawawala ka ng gana kumain, mababawasan ka din ba? Okay? So, lastly, yung nahirapan ko nga yung kitotong. So, pagka ganyan, na isa either, pag yan na, dati isa lahat ka na, meron ka. So, kahit isa, dalawa lang gano'n. So, kailangan pakonsulta ka na agad sa siya. Okay? So, sabi ko nga sa'yo, ang TBA nagagamit siya. Kailangan lang natin siya maagapan agad. Okay? Para. Ito. So, usually yan. Yung TB natin, pag ang TB, yung active TB effect, sabihin siya 5 out of 15 siya. Okay? So, yan. Get tested early. Tapos, pinaka-importante talaga ito, first sign of illness. So, magpakonsulta ka sa doktor. Okay? Para sa Opo? May magtatanong? May magtatanong?
Scripted, oh.
Patulog ng microphone kasi.
Kasi symptoms, no?
Okay.
It's like symptoms. Kasi most common din yung low-grade afternoon fever.
Okay. So,
at back pain. Yun ang
actually marami siya talaga eh. Hindi lang yung common.
It's very common symptoms.
Pwede siyang pumasok sa yung sa...
Tapos yung slide sana, hindi lang sa lungs. Yung may slide sa lungs. Tapos yung other organs affected.
Sa isa.
Yun lang.
First, congratulations sa inyo. I found it sa presenter na is very flexible. Okay, kasi the slides nasa English form, di ba? Kung narinig kayo kanina, Tagalog lahat. So it depends siguro sa yes po, sa speaker and then sa mga listener audience. Kung manpower, maganda yung Tagalog. Siguro kung managerial level, mas maintindihan nila yung Tagalog. Yun lang po.
Flexible.
Wala na.
Siguro pagkatapos nito, re-recommend kayo mag-TOT. Sa'yo, kayo. Alam mo yung notice? Do not put your hands in the pocket. Whenever you speak and you're standing. Pero maganda sa kanya, siya lang ang tumayo. Wow! Tumayo pa ka kami. Huwag po ka, diba? Ewan ko, style ko yun. Style ko yun. Ito, ang actual, ito bilang rin sa kasi pagka nakatayo ka and you speak in front of an audience, yung eye contact is important. Nakikita nyo, pag nataupo ka, hindi. I was just sitting down, mati niya naman, dami kong lecture. So it's just a matter for us to take comfort. Pero so, maiksi na naman yung lecture mo. Dahil nakatayo ako. Pagkatayo kayo, you have a sweeping look at each one. If you are catching their attention. Diba, delivery kasama rin dyan. Dito lang kayo pinagano ng poster. But we're also looking at how you deliver. Kahit wala yun sa pointer. Dapat alam niyo na kasi yun. So yun yung basis ng TOT. Kasi nakalimutan na lang natin yun sa medical school. The TOT will prepare you to be a practitioner. Tama, Dr. Hanili. Kung gusto niyo mag-apply ng practitioner, madali na yan. Kasi may TOT na kayo. Kasi bawal yung ganyan talaga. Bakit? You can stand straight, eye to eye, contact, ganyan. And your gestures should be the minimal. Pero yung sasalita na gano'n na gano'n. Diba? The tense, hindi maganda rin. Oo. So, yeah. Masyado yung movement. So, yun lang sa pockets kasi parang hindi ka open sa audience. Pag nag-lagi nasa pocket. Kahit mga speeches, so hindi ka pwede dito. So, yun lang po, sir. Pero okay lang overall. Tsaka yung slides yung talagang papalitan sa every second. Next slide. Magulo to eh. Yan. So, ito. So, anyway, let's give a big hand for the time. Ang comment ko lang, wala akong nag-mention sa inyo department order. Explain. See, this is part of the delivering that this knowledge issuances are important and it's mandated by law. Kaya ang mga knowledge issuances pinagawa ko sa inyo, pero walang mention. Sa introduction, i-mention there. Right there up front, that this is one of the DOLE mandated issuances. Kaya po ako ay nagsasalita sa inyo ngayon, sapagkat nais po namin po kayong bigyan ng kaalaman tungkol dito. Ito po ang ating kasusundan. Ito ang ating polisiya at programa. Sana maintindihan niyo, may questions pa. Yan, i-deliver you ang issuance. And especially for the first country workplace, dapat may consent sila. I have read and understood the policy of the program. So after your lecture, orientation, they will sign. So when you do a drug testing, random drug testing, please yung magugulat, iniiwas. Nauunang orientation, kaalaman, information dissemination campaign, bago kayo conduct ng drug testing. Remember that. There's always a mistake of companies. Conducting drug testing without information campaign. You should affix the signature. Hindi mo mabuti. And affix the signature that has acknowledged and understood the policy and program. Yun. Kasi pwede kayong masunang na empleyado pag lalo na may glitches, whatever. Pinipilit ko mag-drug testing ko. Hindi siya nag-sign. Mapipilit ko ba? No. So overall, congratulations po sa inyong presentation. Fighters lang kayo, learning curve, but if I will choose, the best is group 3. Also, in the delivery. Pasensya na po sa ibang group na kailan. Okay lang ba? To choose? Okay lang po ha. Para pinapang-sinasabi lang natin na they did well in the presentation and delivery. Okay, dito na po nagtatapos. I hope you learned something. Isa lang po mag-recap. One statement. Then you will eat and go home.